No one wants that thing, Evan. Are you kidding me? This is a really cool item. Donate it. Fine, I guess it's 3 to go and one thing donated. Only four more to go. Actually, I changed my mind. I want it back. And come on, partner. You gotta donate something. Don't you want to help out the children? Screw the children. I literally don't have anything that I can donate. And you literally have an entire room of stuff that's just been sitting on shelves for years. And they're going to continue to sit on shelves. That's what being a collector is all about. Fine, but you're very selfish. That is going to be disappointed in you. Well, joke's on you.
Yo.
He's been disappointed in me for years. Hey, Dad, Evan don't want to donate anything. I've been disappointed in
Hello.
that for years. Just go to this room and grab stuff to donate. Oh, this is going to be awesome. All right, so I'm thinking maybe we start by donating this and this. What about this? Yeah, you can donate that too. I'm gonna donate this one.
Oh, you don't have
What
to.
are you guys doing in here?
Oh, I already had a child, not interested in being pregnant.
Come on, stop begging me.
Nope.
Please stop
One and
destroying
done.
my collectibles. Oh, come on, Evan. It's for your own good, partner. Besides, we're only donating the stuff that you have duplicates of. I have duplicates for a reason. I want to build an army. Seriously? You
You
want to
don't have
build
to
an army?
sub. I'm not forcing anyone.
You never know. Dark Maul could have a twin. I bet you'll feel really good when we donate this stuff. I doubt it. Here you go, Mr. Thrift Shop Man. Wow, thank you
Now,
so
if you could
much.
watch my videos,
Oh, no, sirree. I can't
hi,
keep that. I'll
Omar.
do it. I'm
If you
right
could watch my
here.
videos, that would help me
You're
a
such a
lot.
nice young fella. Keep those donations
You said I thought you said you don't want to
here.
sub.
Wow.
Say I
You
want
know,
sub.
I kind of feel
I
really
don't
good
force
about
people to
donating
sub. I
stuff.
don't.
Hey,
Yeah.
Dad, should
I
we
feel like
just
it's getting out of
throw
control.
this
Everybody's
business
just like
out?
sub,
I
sub,
bet we
and
can sell it and make millions. Great idea, Trevor. Grab all them
hey,
boxes.
you made it.
Come
Okay.
on, son.
Happy
Let's get this
Saturday.
together. Come on, man. You can't control who
I
buys
took
your
a break from
stuff.
a live yesterday. I
Right,
was
but your
tired.
toys can go to poor children.
Whew.
Not Trevor and his dad to resell. We're gonna make so much money off of
And
this
my
just
husband is sleeping in the back.
project.
I should
All
really be
that stuff is
quiet.
worth like $5,000, and we bought it for $10. Oh, that is music to my ears, boy. Trevor,
Somebody did not say wishing pregnancy on you. I'm like, no, no, no. That is not my portion right now. I'm living my best life, and my son is almost 9. I'm good.
what are you talking about? We've gone on several
I
adventures together, Trevor.
Oh, the thought of having another child is ooh, ooh, ooh,
Everyone
ooh.
that I associate with you.
That
Trevor,
whole thing traumatized me. I have
what
not
is all
moved
that?
on.
What are you
Hey,
doing?
nothing much. Just a Saturday. I finished cooking. I made some fish macaroni, and my son baked this little cake
Dad,
thing. So
Dad,
I'm
I
just
just saw
relaxing now.
all my old toys on eBay. Oh my gosh, Evan, didn't you just get rid of them? Yeah,
How
but
are
they're
you?
back.
Oh, my
Look,
my day was
look,
pretty good.
look,
Yeah, we run around, did some stuff in the
all right.
morning. I
Dad,
tried to go live this
you
morning,
go
but
into the kitchen.
ended
Put
up
these
leaving it
knives where
anyway.
you want them,
And then
so
we
go.
got back home.
All
Today's a chill
right.
Saturday. Usually Saturdays
I
and
love it.
Sundays we do
Look at
something,
that.
but the
A
weather was so bad it
year-old
was
Evan.
drizzling a
Good
lot.
job, Jimmy.
So we ended
Wow.
up just coming back home.
Yeah, I know. My dad is one of the
Yeah.
top 10 richest people in the world. Every time we come here, he buys me whatever I want.
So it was like, ooh.
Guess I'll just get this stupid thing. What? You're
I don't
going
know.
to
The
buy
weather
me
affects
that?
me so much, guys.
You
Does
guys
that happen to you guys? Cause like now, when it gets
out there.
gloomy, I just don't. I
Yeah,
feel
I'm
down.
buying you that stuff. I know the
And
answer.
I was taking vitamin D to try to help with that, but then I learned that when I did my labs, my calcium levels were slightly high, and so they're like, I gotta watch vitamin D or take it with a K2. He says, "Oh, it's storming over there. Oh my gosh. Oh man, yeah." So I just learned that you're supposed to do K2 and vitamin D together. You don't do it by itself because it messed me up. Um, So whenever I was taking that, it was helping with my mood swings and me feeling kind of like a slight depression. I don't know how to explain it, but the weather really messes with me now. I just start feeling super like down, and I have to try to get myself back up. It's like, yeah. So wow, it's storming. That is crazy. You said you were in Hi Deborah. Hi, from New Jersey. Okay. Hello. Hi everybody.
No, I'd rather use my dad's money to help out people in need. But I haven't needed.
Yeah, so that's all I could say. Like, I have to pretty much go buy K2s to take with vitamin D now because I messed up my, yeah, I messed up my calcium levels. Really, I think I had like a, I took too much vitamin D, and so I have to stop for a couple months, and then I'm gonna test my labs again. Hi, Little Red. I'm doing great. It's almost 7 p.m. here. I don't know what time. What time do you have there?
Oh, sir, your card has declined. You don't have any money anymore. What? You ran out of money?
Little Red. I was gonna say Little Red Riding Hood, but thank somebody liked my live. Thank you. I see 6 likes. Who was that? Thank you. Thank you. What? Oh, hi, son. Yeah, you're okay. I should make you a moderator. What is it called? Cause you, yeah. Thank you. What are you up to, Sunshine? That's such a nice name to have with this weather, Sunshine. um,
I'll look up how much Raggedy Ann Jr. goes for on eBay. What kind of a lizard is it again? Okay, first of all, she is a girl.
do you ever sit around with your friends and talk about your driver's? Why? What do you?
Raggedy Ann Jr. is the last
That seems like a boring topic though.
$500 million on eBay. Yes!
Oh yeah, because he picks up. Yeah, it picks up the. It could pick up on YouTube. Yeah, and the copyright. Well, I got copyrighted one time on here. I was playing some music lightly, and then he picked it up, and I had to take down that video. So YouTube. It's like if I want to do it, I would have to do it and then just delete the video. I can't upload it. So that's the other way. So some days I just delete some of the lives. Yeah. So it picks up everything sometimes, and then it will give you a warning like copyright. So I have to just delete the whole upload for the live. So I kind of pick and choose. Sometimes if I'm like, I don't care, I want to dance or whatever, I'll put it. So YouTube is pretty, they're pretty strict about their copyright stuff. They don't play around with that. Even TikTok is kind of changing the rules too. Now they're gonna start really. I don't know what countries are not gonna allow people to have music in their lives. So I'm like, yeah, copyright. So copyright, it just says like some songs are not allowed in a certain country, so they'll block it from the live, and then the the strike is actually like a warning, and if you get a certain amount of them, they'll actually sometimes they can do stuff to your channel too. So strikes are worse. Copyright, they can sometimes ask you to take it out, mute it, um, and something else. But I know that strike is worse because I knew one YouTuber that I watched that she had that issue and she had to take down and then watch a video on how to not have a strike, and then it's strike is worse. So copyright, you can take it out, you can mute it and switch the sound, I think. But the lives are a little bit different. But the videos itself, yeah, you can switch it, you can mute it. The strike is a warning, and if it gets to a certain amount, yeah, you could have issues where they might even stop monetizing or something like that. It's yeah. So I'm like, oh, but they do have their own music on here, which I don't enjoy as much. They have instrumentals that you can use. They just don't match. I don't enjoy them to use on my videos. Yeah, it's pretty much you just gotta do plain everything. Even the TV on, you have to watch for that. So a clean background, nothing going on, no videos, nothing playing. And if they pick it up, you might have to delete your video and just forget about it. So that's why social media sometimes, if you have it as an income and that's your only thing, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Because they're trying to get their money and they don't want to be canceled. And also YouTube. Um, uh, You know how I get about YouTube stuff and social media. I could talk all day about it. But I learned some of the stuff the hard way, you know. So yeah, you have to use the same boring songs that they offer for free, the same instrumental, and when you hear it, you're just like, oh, I know what song they use, you know, and stuff like that. Yeah, so people getting monetized, you know, it comes with its own things, you know. So I feel like people that make YouTube as an income or social media as an income, it could be a lot too. Just like a job, it could be a lot, you know, because you have to follow certain rules, and sometimes they come up with stuff, you know, like removing your video, and then you spend so much time on it, and now it's not gonna get any like ads placed on it, and you know, like TikTok is also doing that. Where a lot of people are getting upset because certain videos are not even making anything, you know, and it's like, what the heck? So that's why it's like sometimes better to have that other income going on, so you are safer. Just to keep your other job, and there's people that are actually going back to work and they forgot about social media altogether, and like just because it's too many rules, and you have to be on all the time. That's another thing that I'm struggling with is when you take a break, sometimes the breaks really affect you. And so it feels like you constantly have to be doing something on social media. If you leave it, people slowly kind of, it's like, because I know at 1 year a break definitely affected me, and I regret it to this day. Like that whole year of not posting much, it affected everything. So sometimes like a week, okay, but when you, it's like the algorithm will slowly kind of forget about you, and you have to try to bring it back up, and sometimes it takes longer again. It just, yeah, yeah, and I had to learn that because I'm somebody who, if I have like a list of things that I have to do, I want to get to it right away. So I was posting sometimes a lot. I was doing shorts. I got burned out a couple months ago, and I told my husband, I was like, I am just feeling really like I was constantly posting. I was posting on 5 social media platforms, and I felt it. I literally was like, I cannot talk anymore. My mouth was like drying up, and I couldn't even speak anymore. And I was going, you know, coming back and out to different platforms, and I just started feeling it. And I was like, oh my gosh, I need to have a plan of how I'm going to do this. Because literally, I was posting shorts, I'm doing videos, and then I'm going on TikTok, I'm on Instagram. I completely felt it. I just did not feel right. So I was like, you know what, I need a break. So I took a break for like a week. I started planning out how I'm going to tackle all these things, and it got a little bit better. So now I have some kind of a plan down where I'm like, okay, I did a video that the other shorts can wait, or you know, I could be on TikTok, maybe do something else there instead of, some days are for TikTok, especially when my son starts school. I have like schedules of, you know, posting here and there, and what topics, you know. But it's a lot of planning, and sometimes, you know, a lot of people, when they start getting, you know, popular and stuff, they start hiring people to help them out because it becomes a lot, like regular life going on, and then you work, and then on top of that. But if it's your passion, once again, you're gonna figure out a way, you know. So I just I do enjoy it though. I'm learning a lot, you know. I'm learning a lot every single day. I'm like, oh my gosh. um and some talk, you know, some things like I have to put on hold because I'm not quite, yeah, they're thinking of banning it on I don't know if it's September or something like that. So I've been kind of like, should I even waste my time posting over there? They're gonna switch it to a different app. I think it's gonna be called M something, which is, so all the people that have been posting that have been getting paid, I don't know how that works. Because then it's kind of like, if you cancel it and start a new one, does that mean they have to start all over again, or are you just moving their stuff over to this new thing so they can continue their income, uh, the income that they had? I don't. Any, if anybody knows, please explain what. Because I try to watch videos on it, I don't understand. I'm like, if it's a different app, yeah, just maybe wait until like, I think it was September or something. Supposed to ban it and start the M2. But the thing is, the M2 is American based, right? And so they're thinking that they're gonna have more rules where people are not gonna be able to do what they were doing with TikTok. So um, I think that's what they're saying. I think that they're saying that it's gonna be American based. So now it's like the rules are going to be different where you're filtered and they can easily just, or something like that. So I was like, oh, that kind of,
Stop pretending you're your friend. All right, boys.
yeah. So you wanted to do TikToks? What are you going to do it on? I'm curious. I would follow your support.
We're way too high class.
Yeah, or something is not going to be good. I know that for sure. Something is definitely not going to be good.
McDonald's is for poor people.
Because a lot of people now, the funniest thing is like a lot of people now are talking about they're moving over to YouTube. A lot of people move, but they're really thinking about just sticking with YouTube. Because YouTube, if you do put in the work, eventually it's a really great platform, I think. Because once you have that following and you're doing great and you're making you can keep it going. And it's not, it requires a lot more. But once you get it, you have that flow, it's way better. You literally, because once you get monetized, you have to just keep that watch time and keep posting those videos for a certain period. So over time, it just kind of, I don't know how to explain it, but for me, it's better. I think it's better.
Fine. I'll have a steak. Extra rare with some
Bruh, what?
little top and some butter. And throw in the sparkling water. 'Cause what the heck, I'm not driving.
It requires more, yeah. To sit down, you have to, look decent, do videos that are of quality and um you just can't come on here rush and talk fast and then leave it there. Like it's more planned out, but in the long run it's much better.
You can't pick the toy.
Bruh, that's what my son uses, bruh, and I'm just like, I'm your mom, not bruh.
I was hoping for the gator because he's a super rare one. That's cool, but it's not the rarest one of all time. What did you get, Kevin? I got C-3PO. Lame. Okay.
And so for example, if you're getting a lot of views with YouTube, and you have that watch time, the ads that are getting placed also get better. For example, having a target ad, people are going to likely click that more than like a random ad of a mom and pop shop or something. So I noticed that when people get popular, I've noticed like they're getting really good ads that people are likely to click, because every time they click that ad, they make a certain amount. So the ads are big. So it's like if you get a target ad on a video versus you get like a ad of like a flower shop, in your area, the target one might be clicked more and you get that money more. So that's what I like about it. Like eventually, the better you're doing, the ads get better and people click them more and you make your money. And you can also set them at certain areas of the videos, so they'll, you might say something like interesting that people are waiting for and you put the ad right there, so they have to kind of click it, and then they'll come back to the video. So I like that. Yeah. But when you're starting out and trying to get it there, it's a lot. It's work. I don't know why people don't think social media is work. It's work. it, it is work. Oh, okay. Yeah, that would be cool. Girl, I would support you right away. I already. Yeah, I can help. Let me know if you need any help with like like things. I don't mind sharing something that I've learned. Yeah. Like another one of the things that I learned was like, um, putting code words. When you're talking. I was like, oh, people don't just talk randomly. So it's like how I do plus size, fashion. Like if I'm posting a haul, I'll say, oh, today I'm gonna do an Old Navy haul. That word haul is a keyword. So you're talking and it's picking it up. All these years I was talking, I was just talking. So saying certain things triggers. Um, so if you say like welcome to my video, I'm gonna do an Old Navy haul and I'm gonna show you guys some ways to dress plus size, blah blah blah. The keywords are haul and plus size. Once you put that in how you're talking, it picks it up. Versus just I'm gonna talk about clothes. Yeah. So all this stuff I learned way later. Um, and then also the same keywords that you're saying, they have to be also in the description area, like haul, plus size, spring trends, and also matching with the title. So they're kind of, it's like helping you to be, for your videos to be found, you know? Because before I would just post and sometimes my tags were not even right, and it's like basic things, but when you don't know, you're just posting and you're like, nobody's watching my videos. Yeah, they won't find you. So it's so planned out. A lot of things are so planned out. Um, yeah, it's just so cool, but it's so fascinating to me. I just enjoy it. Um, and then the analytics. It's really nice to look at that and see what the heck people are really watching, because you can be excited about something and post it and nobody likes it, but the analytics will kind of have let you have an idea of what are people watching on your channel. For example, I've noticed that whenever I do random videos about bags that I'm reviewing, I notice that my analytics are saying people like to watch those. So if I get a bag, I'm going to be talking about the bag because somebody will watch for sure. Um, yeah, like clothes always do decent, so I can always keep those. And so those are the ones that I've seen, like random reviews of products that I've tried that I like, blah 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 blah. I've noticed that people will are doing those are doing well on my analytics. So even though I might be excited to talk about food, you know, um, food might not be doing so well on my channel. You know what I mean? So yeah, so you figure that out, and then you have a rhythm of, oh, people always like certain things when I do this. Yeah, people love, yeah. So if yours is reviews on things that you're just really excited about and your honest opinion, um, lying and saying you love everything and everything is so cool and you want it, they'll pick up on that sometimes because they'll be like, wait a minute, you love everything that you talk about. So the honesty part is just being yourself and just say, this is what I didn't like about this product, blah, blah, blah. Um, yeah. So it's like when people try to just really try to lie, and people are getting tired, especially the times we're in. People are super like they want that honesty. They want to be vulnerable. They want to see people that are talking about things that matter. Like it's like I don't know. I just noticed that like people just want to be relatable. Like they say, relatable content. Like they want to it's like they want to feel like they're just talking to you. They're talking to you and you're telling them, I love this new mug that I got and it's from this brand, blah, blah, and I love this about it and I don't like this about it, blah, 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 blah. And it's just like, you got to check it out. It's so cool because of this, blah, blah, so people just feel like, okay, I could check this out. It's not just like, oh my gosh, I love this product. You got to try it. And then they're like, yeah, sure, sure. And influencers, that's another thing with Instagram. Why I don't like Instagram is everything is so, it seems too perfect and everybody's like, I love this, oh my gosh, I can't live without it. And it's just back to back of the same products, the same influencers pushing the same things, and it's like everybody loves the same product. Okay. And I'm like, I've seen the same what was this thing that I saw? I don't know, some Amazon thing that, for your fridge or whatever, and everybody's talking about how much they love it, you know, and they have huge fridge and their house is all white and perfect, and it's like, I love this thing for my fridge. And you're just like, I saw that with everybody else. But they're trying to push and get their commission, so I understand. Make your money, I guess. I just have a hard time with lying. I don't know. Maybe that's why. If I don't like something, it's like my face just it's like I don't like it, and then there's companies like, for example, that I had a few hair companies that were pretty much wanted to send me free stuff, free hair to review, but they wanted to tell me exactly what to say. And I'm like, one time I got this blonde wig and I was supposed to review it and say this and that, and I was like, no. First of all, blonde is not for me. And then I looked at it, I was like, this hair, the quality was horrible. And they wanted me to say, like, oh, it's 100%. Yeah. Yes. And that was a big complaint, too. Um, and I just couldn't review. I just told them no. I'm like, I'm going to send it back. I'm not going to, I can't. Because they wanted to say, like, it's good quality and, you know, and we'll give you a certain amount of this if you do this. And I was just like, no, I can't even fake it. It was that bad. That wig was so bad. And I don't even wear wigs like that. And I was like, the blonde wig was just, the material was like fake plastic. And I was like, I cannot even put that on my head. So how am I going to come here and try to fake it that I love it? You know what I mean? So you, not all money is supposed to be you take on, whatever. I've had people that are in my inbox emailing me stuff to review, but I'm just like, I can't relate to it. It's not, I'm not going to use it. And I can't try it really, to be honest, for my, subscribers and stuff. So it just becomes like, yeah, it was like Barbie. It really was. How did you know that? That's exactly how it was. Yes. And I was just like, first of all, like the blonde was so harsh and it looked cheap and it looked like something that somebody returned that they sent to me. And they're pushing me, oh, did you post the video yet? And I'm literally saying like, no, I'm not going to post a video on something that it doesn't work for me. Oh, we'll give you we give you this, we give you. I'm like, I don't care. I can't have it on my channel. It's not for me. So that's another thing with a lot of the Asian companies that send hair is one of the ones that I took a break from because I could not deal with it. A lot of them send products and they're pushy. They became really pushy and they're requesting a million things from you. And I literally was like, no, 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 no. If you ask me to do a YouTube video, that's all I'm going to do. It's a YouTube video. I can't go beyond. Can you do Instagram? Can you do TikTok? And I'm literally like, no, no, no. List all the stuff you need from me and that's all I'm doing. And I had to learn to say no because so many products were coming at me, especially hair. And I was just like left and right. So I would have to take down my hair if it was a wig, put the wig on, do the reviews, and back and forth. And it started becoming really pushy. And I'm like, okay, no. That's why I set my boundaries and I said no. If you ask for a YouTube video, what are your requirements? List all of them. And if I meet all of them, do not add anything extra. Like, oh, can you do a short as well? That short was not included in what you sent. So I said, you know what? Thank you for the offer. Thank you, blah, 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 blah. This is not going to work for me. And I left it. So I blocked a lot of hair companies that were trying to send me stuff because I just couldn't deal with the pressure of somebody being so pushy. And when they know the quality sometimes is not even that great. So I'm supposed to come here and lie, you know. Yeah. The scammer. Yeah, I had that. I have had a few that are like, can you do a review for us? And I look at the email because I always look at the where it's coming from and it's a Gmail account. And I'm literally like, no, you're not even legit. Yeah. And the phone too. I've had a few that said, blah, 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 would you like this? And I'm like, I'm not opening it. I block it right away. Yeah, scammers. Yep. All over. Yeah. So that's one thing, like when you're a new YouTuber or a new on social media, sometimes when you start growing a little bit, you get, yeah, YouTube, they take over. Yeah, and there's also TikTok. A lot of people, this happened to because they kept opening the thing that says, oh, are you stuck on a certain amount of views? We can help. And they have major accounts, but the accounts that they have, like, oh, they have like 100,000 plus followers. So people think they're legit and they go to them and they take over their TikTok to try to fix the problem. And the whole account is gone. So that was happening. Yeah, it happens. So it's unbelievable. But yeah, when you're a small YouTuber and you're starting out and social media is starting out, be careful. Because there's companies that will try to be very pushy and try to stress you out. Like, is the video done? Did you do this? Can you add this? When you stand your ground and you say you send an email, yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah, so they'll be like, "Oh, can you do this and this?" And you reply and say, "You know what? Thank you for the offer. This is what was described to me, blah 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 blah, in the email. If you do not want that and you want more than that, you would have to include it. And also, if you're sending me a certain amount, then you would have to increase this, blah blah blah." So you can actually ask for a little more because they take advantage for you being a smaller influencer. They take advantage. Yeah, yeah. I saw that on TikTok as well too. Yeah, YouTubers. There's also another one where some people lost their account because YouTube said something about something with the content is not original. That was coming up with a lot of YouTubers, and it doesn't make sense because they're like, "What do you mean the content is not original? I did the video," and they're using that. They took over the whole thing, and now they couldn't get back to it. And so this really affected a lot of people too because they had to. Yeah, it's just a mess. It's a mess out there, guys. It's bad. Yeah, it's like you have to be careful with that too. There's so much going on in the world, so many scams. And for all of you dating out there, that's a whole nother scam too. Okay, let me. I was just watching. I was watching this thing on the T app. So the T app is now going viral. Like it is crazy. Like people that are dating, I'm just giving you guys hugs out there. It is crazy. It's crazy because I remember the first time the T app stuff came up. I downloaded it, and the funniest, you guys, I gotta tell you guys this because I was dying. I was dying. So literally, I logged onto the T app, and there was a few guys that were on there when I used to be on dating apps. They popped up on the thing, and I'm like, dang, it's been almost how many years since I've been on the app? How the hell are you still on there? Hi, hi, Roy. So there was a few guys that popped up on the T app that I remember seeing back in the day on there, and I'm literally like, there's no way. Like what? How are you on here? People are talking about you did this, and I'm like, you literally were on dating apps years ago. So that creeped me the hell out because I was like, what are you still on the app? Like, what are you? What? So, okay, you guys, I wish more women would join so I can make you guys laugh. Literally, when I was on dating apps back and before I met my husband, I learned so much stuff. So if you're single and you need more info, I got you because I got more information. Okay, it is horrible. When I was on dating apps, it was horrible, guys. Okay, my husband, if he didn't move to a whole nother city, we would have never met because I was done. I was done. I was blocking people left and right, and I was like ready to. Anyway, so this is the first thing I'm gonna say is a lot of people on dating apps have problems. There's always something going on with a lot of people on dating apps. Whether it's they're broke, they're homeless, they got situationships, they're married, they got kids, they got mental problems, a lot of it. So I want to say almost 80% of people on there really have issues with something. I'm not judging anybody that's disabled. A lot of people I found out were on some kind of had a disability that they didn't mention. Um, a lot of people were, for in prison. Um, a lot of people were just something going on. And I'm talking about people who were just fighting demons. They were just so they would hide behind a phone or a computer to try to meet people because in real life there was something going on that where they couldn't meet anybody. So that's really what I realized. I was like, whoa, whoa, because I tried to talk to so many different people, and at the end I was just like, I am done. And when I was about to check out and be done, that's when I met my husband. It was what? Yes, there's a lot of felons on there. There is people that have weird kinks. They want weird stuff. Um, and there's ones that are just preying on certain individuals, like some that love single moms because they want to take advantage. Um, there was just people that are just like weird. So at the end of the day, I was like, holy crap, what the heck? It was crazy. And so when I looked at the T app, I just died because I literally was like, how can the same guy that was on dating apps all those years ago is still on an app and people are still talking about them? That means this person something is, they're up to something. Literally, like they had to be up to something. You know what I mean? Because how can you be on there that long, like that many years?
So mad that there's this many people at my party. Maybe your mom will understand me.
I understand that love takes time. I get that meeting people, but the amount of years some of these people that were being talked about, it was weird. Because I literally one time when I scrolled on there, I popped up and I was like, I remember that dude from an app. I was like, I remember that person. You know what I mean? And there was some issue, like some were abusive, you know. Um, some are done like lying that they don't have kids when they do. So you are just in territory where I want to say 80% of people are not who they say they are. And that can happen in real life too. I'm not saying that don't go, meeting people on dating apps. I mean, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that 80% of those people on there, there was something going on. And you find that out as you. I, I was done when I was done. I was like, mm-mm. I said, you know what? I'm just gonna be single. At the time, I was like, I'm gonna be single. I was like, I might just have to give up on not having a child. That's what I said to myself. Yeah, they have whole families. They were married. Um, the disappearing acts. I had a guy that constantly disappeared on the weekends, but he would talk before 5 p.m. He was always talking to me, and then at around 7:55, he would be calling me, but never any other time. After the weekend, dead silence. Okay, so those people that are on dating apps were their intentions were never to date. They wanted something. It wasn't to date or to get married, to have children. They were just up to something else. So I learned all this, and I was like, the T app just made me laugh so hard because literally now, a lot of women were going on there reviewing men and just be like, this is what he did, this is what he did. And I was just dying laughing. I was sitting in the middle of the night just laughing because I'm like, this is literally what the heck I remember dealing with. Like, literally, it was the same stuff. Red flags all over. It was always red flags. So many red flags. Because it's like, uh, you know, and some like, always wanted a place to stay, they're like, oh, this and this, I'm in between this, I'm trying to get to know somebody, blah, blah. And then it's like, just be honest that you're homeless. You had nowhere to go. Then something wrong. I'm not judging anybody that's homeless. That's not what I'm getting at. But don't lie about your situation. Let somebody know, you know, or the ones that are like trying to scam you, for money, you know. There was always, yeah, I dealt with one that was married, and later on I found out because I connected the dots. Literally, he would just be a disappearing act, and they just revealed themselves. They revealed themselves because I was like, what? Because I started, how women, we have our intuition. I started connecting the dots. Something was just like, wait a minute. Because literally, um, yeah, very dangerous. And dangerous in person too. I'm not saying that people are not dangerous in person. So once again, I'm not saying that all people are bad on dating apps. I'm just saying majority of people are on there because there's something going on. Where real life meeting might be something's going on with the real life. So, um, I mean, man, the stuff I dealt with, I just was like, what the heck? You know? Yeah, yeah. Okay. Um, so yeah, it was crazy. Okay, you gonna do that? Just do that. Yeah, it was crazy, guys. It was crazy. So, if you're single out there, I just wish you good luck because, and things have changed so much, from the stuff. I just watch TikToks and laugh, like, what is going on? Because it is too much to ask for decent people. It's too much to ask now for a lot of people. It games all over, red flags everywhere. And it's just like people, what makes me sad is that a lot of people are settling to be alone. And that made me sad because literally in life, humans are not supposed to be alone. Um, to plan your life alone is like, it's really sad. Because they just are fed up, you know. Like people are buying their houses and settling, and they're like, I don't need, you know, they're good. They have peace of mind. They're good, and so that's unfortunate. Really unfortunate. That things had to be that way, you know. Um, but I was just laughing. The tea had made me giggle so hard because I was literally like, a lot of the complaints, it's some of the stuff I dealt with back in the day, like the, you know, people that are just like the weird, strange people, you know. Um, you know, people are like joking, yeah, they call you only at certain times. They're always talking when they're in the car. They're never at home. You know, when they're never at home. Um, I remember, okay, hold on, guys. I'll be right back.
$100? Nah, that ain't good enough. Here's $200. Go home and get out of my face. Well, now we're talking. I can buy myself a new car with this kind of money. Fight's over. I win. Let's go home, son. Well, it looks like I really won. Hey, Mom, can we go to Pizza Hut after you're done buying dishes? Only if your friend says everything, did it? Fine, we can go to Pizza Hut. Yes! Christmas came early this year. Billy, ask your mom if we can go to the toy section. Okay. Hey, Mom, can we go to the toy section? I'd rather you didn't. Hey! Oh, man, the shelves are empty. Well, Billy, check it out. I found the Lego set. Oh, wow! I think I might want this. I don't know, Billy. I think I kind of want it. I want it. You know what?
Hey guys, so I'm back. I remember there was a serial killer bishop. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. There's some of them. Yeah. Yeah. There's criminals. Yeah. And I remember. Yeah. I talked to one person. And he pretty much told me that a couple of years ago. He told me like he had. I would. You know. At first he reached out to me. We're talking. Things were good. And then he told me pretty much that he had. You know. He was in jail. And I was like, "What are you in jail for?" And then he goes, "Oh, because when I was 16, I pretty much caused a whole train to crash." And I just froze up and I was like, I gotta, like, my mind was like, block, I gotta move, I can't, I gotta go. I just freaked out. I'm like, you did that at 16. And he was kind of acting like he had changed, but I'm like, you know, and people make mistakes. But at the same time, I was like, I just cannot, I can't. Because that thought that this train could have killed people. Oh, oops, I'm not supposed to use a certain word. Unalive people. It just freaked me out. It freaked me out. So, I had, oh man, the stories. So many stories, guys. Like, I could be here all day talking about it. Um, it was awful. Because I was just like, wow, I guess I'll never meet anyone. Like, I just really thought that. I was like, I don't think I'll be able to meet somebody after this. Like, because it was so bad. Um, so I was like, you know what? I just kind of started talking to God and I said, you know, I lined out, I talked to God about what I wanted. And I said, you know, if the chance of me ever being a mom, like, is like there's no chance anymore, you know, like it's gonna really be like it would break my heart. Pretty much that's what I was talking about. Like I was so sad about it. You know, this is after my 6 year thing that I told you guys about, and I was on these apps and I just felt like I don't think I'm gonna meet somebody. Because when you have standards, it becomes really difficult. You know, I just felt like, man, I'm never gonna meet somebody now. Because wow. It was awful. Oh, and then the weird. Oh, this is the people that have a certain fetish for certain type of women, meaning like thick and plus size, and it's like they want to feed you food and pay for your food so they can watch you eat and eat yourself to death, you know. And I'm like, you know, so it's a certain type of, it. I can't use certain words. I guess it's like so hard. Yeah, they have certain things that they enjoy. So if it's a bigger woman, and they want to see certain things happening, you know. So I just got so, I don't know. Um, yes, yeah, like they want to pay for food for you to eat yourself until you're unalived, pretty much. Like, and even I didn't want to use the word, but yeah, they have that. So you would have people hitting you up that are like, or the feet one. They're like, what size do you wear? And do you wear heels? I was like, first of all, I am super tall and I don't wear heels. So, um, you know what I mean? Because at the time I was younger and I didn't know what the heck. And I was like, why do you care what shoes, blah, blah, blah. I didn't know it was a whole community. Um, oh, and the people that are requesting like the open relationships, they want extras. That happened a lot to me, and I just started feeling like every time I was on an app, I wanted to shower and wash myself with bleach because I felt so dirty, like I was in a world that just was so filthy. Like, and I remember deleting them and deleting and going back, deleting and going back, and I was like, "What am I doing?" Because I felt normal, and that's not. I'm sorry, I'm not saying other people are not normal on the app. That's not my point, guys. But when you start feeling like the only one that's normal, like you're actually looking for someone and you want a husband or wife and family and the whole thing, you felt like the normal person because everybody else is not. Girl, I felt normal and I was just like, I'm in the wrong place. Oh my God. Yeah. So it just like, it got to be too. Like, I just felt like I need a shower after I was done. Like, delete, I need a shower. Where was I? Like, I just went to another mini island of, well, not a mini island because there was millions of people on there, but it just started getting to be like, and also the same men were on all of them. So literally, I was deleting one to try another one, and it would be the same man, and they would try to talk to me again, match again, stalking me again, and I'm literally like, what the heck is going on? I was like, what? And then some would forget that we talked and try different things, like, oh, I want to take you out. You're so pretty. And I'm like, my memory was so good though. Thank God. Sometimes I would remember. I'm like, I talked to you and you're weird. Block. Yeah, they would be spinning like into different apps and just you run into them. Oh, the love bombers. There was love bombers. They love you the first time they talk to you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, those are there. And the ones that just enjoy, it's like a game of cat and mouse. You know, like they reach out to you, they talk to you, they ghost you, and then when you do the same thing to them or block them, they get mad and they're like, "Oh, I wanted to talk to you," blah 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 blah. It's like, tag was one of the tag was bad too. That was one of the bad, like the bad ones. Plenty of. It starts with an F. That was a bad one. Actually, most of them are all bad. Oh, thank you. There's a filter on. If I turn it on, let me show you guys. This filter, you can see blemishes when I turn it off a little bit. I usually put it on because the light shows everything. But if I do this, you see the difference? I like to be honest. I don't have perfect skin. I love to be honest about it because it makes other people feel, you know, that you can fake it. There's really great filters. Yeah. So it's a little, it's, yeah, I just, you laughed though. You laughed alive. So, you see that the difference? Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, because I remember you were on here. So that's really my skin. Yeah, I like to be honest because I don't like when women like beat themselves up like, oh, I'm not perfect, I don't have this like this, because literally people online can be very fake and you don't know what the heck what's what. So I, you know what I mean? So I prefer that, you know. Uh, you know, we're all not rich because everybody looks perfect on social media, right? So I try to be, yeah, we're not perfect, and I don't want to be. Oh, thank you. Yeah, thank you so much. Cause and you know the thing that I was watching too about the you said the shade of brown. Like literally, you know, like darker skinned women get some. So for example, like there was a lady that was saying how people were constantly telling her, "Oh my gosh, why do you post your dark thighs and dark legs and all this?" And she was like, "Well, those are the legs that she has." Like she was like, "I can't change that." Yeah, they will, right? But sometimes you don't get to do that with a lot of social media people. You don't. And people are just like, "Oh my gosh, I want to be perfect like her." But then so I that's why I try my best not to compare because you just don't know what the heck is going on with people. Or they have the perfect marriage, the perfect house. I don't have, you know. So I feel like that's one of the things that's lacking is this like this the honesty is like, you know, it's disappearing and um um so you know that one lady was like that. She was like, that's the skin that they have. I mean, you can't change that, you know. And yeah, you can't change it. And at the end of the day, if you have to be comfortable with who you are, you know. And so I'm getting better at that. It took me years, guys, you know, to like my height made me super insecure in like early high school. College, my confidence went up, you know. But before that, I was always down on myself. Like I was like, why am I so tall? You know, I wanted to be petite. I wanted to be like 5'7". I wanted to be an Asian petite woman, you know. And it's like, and the skin color though it never bothered me as much. And I remember there was one time, I think like early 20s, where I bought this cream that was supposed to lighten my skin, and I tried, and it didn't work. And I was like, you know what? Maybe it's not meant for me to be light. Like light, you know. Um, oh, I'm 5'10". Yeah, I'm 5'10". And my youngest sister is almost 5'11", 6 feet almost. My grandparents are super tall. And I just remember wanting to be a small Asian woman. Like I would see other Asian classmates like sitting under, and their legs were crossed under the seats, and I was like, I wish that was me. And I struggled in high school to accept myself, you know. I struggled. I mean, it took my mom, who was really wonderful, to remind me every single day, and my other sisters, like, you're beautiful, you're smart. So this is why it's so important as moms to encourage, to say good things to your kids, because literally my mom is really what helped. Oh, you fine, girl? Dang. Okay. Well, you know what? You get to wear. Do you wear heels? Because I was. Okay. I don't know what the heck that is, but bye bye. I gotta. I can't. Let me hide that user from my channel. Yeah, so I just wanted to be someone else. And I had, oh, this is another funny one. I had a lady that literally was coming to my channel back to back. I had to hide her from my channel, and she was like, "You don't have eyebrows. You don't have eyebrows." And I was like, "I don't." And I was like, you're creating different accounts to remind me that I don't have eyebrows." Okay, you know, moving on. Like literally, I was just like dying. Like she just, it was her mission. Every video I posted, you don't have eyebrows. Yeah, yeah, like emoji. There's always that one that is just like on you about something. There's just something about you just really like gets to their skin, and they have to remind you, like, always at least one. They're just on your videos. Everything you post, they create different accounts to come back and talk about the same thing. So I was like, oh my gosh, I don't have eyebrows. I didn't know. I was, gosh, I had to die. Sometimes I tell my husband we laugh it off. Yeah, she was. She literally, yeah, she was doing that every video that I posted. She would show up. And I was like, oh, here she goes again. Yeah, she was literally in my face like that. Like, oh my God, you don't have eyebrows. Like, I'm just kidding. I mean, she didn't, but the comments. I'm like, I'm aware, and I'm just too tired to work on growing them. I'm lazy, okay? I'm lazy. I'm just gonna draw them in. I'm too lazy. I could get them tinted, but then once again, I'm getting to this point in my life where I'm trying not to be so like everything has to be fixed. I'm tired of it. Like, I don't know. I'm just getting at a different space. I'm no longer like, I'm not in a rush. So be it. Like, just so be it. Yeah, really do you. And I wish more women would get to that point, because it's so freeing to be like, so I got a stomach. Because you're constantly, like, I would say all my, under 30s, I was constantly picking at everything. Oh my gosh, I looked like this. Oh my gosh, I wish my hair could do this. And it's just like, oh, all these noises. And then I got to my 40s, and I'm starting to be like, you know what? And literally, and because I've seen women that I look at that are perfect to me, and they're over here like, oh my God, this and that, oh my gosh, this. So I'm like, wow, you're perfect to me. You're perfect to me. Like, what is this about? So I realized it's never enough. It's always something, you know? Oh my gosh, you should do what other people are doing. They're doing this and this on YouTube. You should do that. Yeah, because I'm trying to be everybody else, I guess. You know? It's like I just want to be my own lane. I don't know. It's like it's really hard to try to do that, especially when everybody's trying to do the same thing to get views, to get paid, and social media. Social media is something. Like everybody's doing the same almost, and they want to get to the same. And I'm trying to be a little bit different, but then it's hard because people are not gonna you're not gonna have as many followers and people supporting you as much, but it feels so freeing to just try to be yourself. You know, I really feel, I don't know, like I'm liking how I feel. I'm not rushing to fix things because somebody told me this. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna fix it. Yeah, be you, and then whatever you want to fix, not to rush it and be like, well, she said I'm this, so I gotta go fix this. Because even when you fix it, somebody still has something to say. So it never ends. Yeah, and it feels great, right? because it's just like nitpicking this and that and this and that. It just keeps going. There's this noises in your head. They just, it's just noises. Like, and it feels good to shut some of them off and just live. Like, I'm just grateful to be alive. Like I repeat to you guys, I'm so happy to be alive. I don't even know how to scream it. I'm like screaming on top of the rooftops, like if I could. Like, I am so happy to be alive, because you don't know how many people are, man, I'll get emotional. You don't know how many people are dealing with stuff. And there was times that I was in the hospital and I looked at people that were literally have tubes in their nose, and people were fighting for their lives. And I was like, so I'm gonna cry about an eyebrow. Okay. Okay. That's really how I see it. I just look at that and I'm good. But also, being a mom has helped me with that, because I'm literally like, I might not have eyebrows, but I'm taking care of someone. Someone needs me. You know what I mean? Like it's just, it's so amazing. You know, somebody needs me. Like somebody relies on me, whether I have eyebrows or not. And I'm an example for them. You know, so if I'm beating myself up and I'm insecure and doing all of this and all of that, what are they seeing? You know, what are they seeing? You know, so that really helps me whenever I'm like, I just come back and I'm like, this person is watching me. You know, how am I behaving? How am I treating myself? Because if I'm harsh on myself and I'm beating myself up for this and that, what are they watching? You know, what are they seeing? Because you're supposed to be the example. You know, if I'm complaining about this and this and this and this, I don't have this. What are they seeing? What are they hearing? You know. So that really allows me to just focus back. Like every time, I'm like, come back, come back. So yeah, it's, yeah, they really do. And sometimes they say things you're like, oh my gosh, they were listening. They were listening. Sometimes you think they're not, but they actually are. And because I was one time I was like, you know, I told my I was trying to get something. We went to the store to get some food, and I told the guy, I was like, do you guys have another option that's like maybe has chicken instead of the meat or whatever? Because I'm trying to watch. And my kid was like, oh yeah, you're not trying to eat sugar, mom. Like he said, you can't, you, oh let me guess, you don't want to eat sugar. Or something in that line. And I was like literally like, ah! You know, the way he said it, it just made me realize like, wow, he was okay. So he's like, yeah, just, yeah, he was like, you can't eat sugar. You can't eat something like that. And I was like, yeah, I'm trying to watch my sugar. And I was like, correct. I'm like, I'm trying to watch my sugar level. Or something like that. But I was like, you paid attention to me. I know that, because he knows, like, you know what I mean? Like the way he said it made me laugh, but also I realized like he was really paying attention, because he knew that was, I was looking for a certain thing, because I'm trying to watch. It's not about you anymore. No. Me, no, I'm just kidding. Me left the building, and it's all about him now. I mean, you have to take care of yourself. You do have to take care of yourself, but you know what I mean. You kind of put yourself on the back burner a little bit. The focus is them, and you are really being mindful. You're being mindful, like how you treat people, because they're watching you, and they're like, ah. So sometimes you just want to, but then you're like, they saw me. Um, and one of the things that I watched on Oprah back in the day was she said that, you know, try to look at your kids' eyes when they talk to you, like when they come home and like, for example, from school, and they come and tell you what they did and stuff like that. Like look at their eyes, because they light up when you're listening. And I'll never forget that, because I'm like, sometimes he'll come home like, oh, we learned this and we did this, mom. And I'm looking at him and he just, I see his eyes and he's so excited. And he knows that I'm listening. So that me looking at him makes me happy. It warms my heart. Like, oh, you guys did what? You know? So you have to really, it's like you they light up and you light up and they see that, and then it just radiates, and they you go back and forth, and it's like, oh my gosh, so amazing. Like, you get to be a better human being. um I mean, you don't get it right every day. Some days I'm like, man, I screwed up today. I would call my husband crying like, I didn't handle that situation the best. I was upset and this happened. He's like, okay, don't be like, don't, I'm like, I messed up. I messed up, you know. And he's just like, oh, don't worry about it. Like, you just, you know, yeah, they just light up. And it's just amazing. Um, that it's just no longer about you. And I'm happy about that, because there was a time when I was so selfish. Like in my 20s, it was about me. But now it's like, as long as he's good, I'm good. If I don't have eyebrows, oh well. It's like, he's good. um, like man, and people ask you like, how is it to be a parent? Like, man, it's like, it's hard to explain it. But just that it's a big responsibility, because you literally are taking care of someone until they get to a point where they can take care of themselves. They're relying on you. Some decisions I really don't want to make sometimes, and they're asking you all these questions and you don't have the answers to sometimes, and you're like, I don't know what the answer to that is. I can try to find out, and sometimes you try to wing it a little bit. It's like, I don't really know. um, but it's just like, wow, it's no longer about you. It's awesome too. Um, yeah, I'm just amazed by the whole thing. It's a learning experience every day, and you try something. Sometimes it doesn't work, and then you try another one, and you're like, oops, that one worked. Okay, good. Let me keep that one. But some days, yeah, you screw it up, and you're just like, oh my god, I messed up, and you try to apologize, um, because it is stressful. It's wonderful. It's like all wrapped in there. It's exhausting, but whew, the questions never. Yeah, it's so many questions. It's so many questions. Like, because and then sometimes you say something and you didn't realize they were really really listening, and they ask you like, when you said that, so does this that, and you're like, oh my gosh. um yeah, the questions are never ending, and so sometimes I'm like, I don't know the answer to that. We could try Google. We'll do Google and try to figure it out. And then sometimes I'm just like, I don't really know. Or but they pay attention, really really pay attention. um but they're also so curious, and they're new, like they're new to everything. um yeah, I'm just so happy and blessed. Like, I always wanted to be a mom, and I just was like, even if it's one, I'm fine with it. Ooh, I'm just grateful, because I thought that dream was gonna be gone after the other relationship ended. I was like, I don't even know where I'm gonna start now. Like, um, it was just I kind of almost thought I was gonna give up on the whole thing, and now I realize, man, it would have really been. I would have been sad and bummed about it if I couldn't. If there was something that I couldn't have him, like, it would have been. Yeah, I thought about that too. I was thinking about, how did you know that? I was thinking about that last week, because I was gonna buy some stuff and, yeah, make something. Yeah, Kenyan food. Yeah, I think that'd be cool. But this is the stuff that I was thinking, like, when I get a little bit of time, when like the early like mornings, well, not mornings, but like around lunchtime when I'm here, usually I come back home by then, and before I pick up my son from school, I'm thinking of doing that. Yeah, I'll just cook lunch, and we'll, yeah, do Kenyan food. Okay, yeah, I could do that. I'm gonna figure out when though, and then it'll be fun. We eat something called ugali, which is cornmeal. You boil water, you put the flour in there and stir it, and then it gets like a nice consistency, and then you eat that with stew, beef stew, and we have something called skuma wiki, which is collard greens pretty much. Yeah, and that's our main, like our main dish that we love to eat in my tribe. Um, yeah, and I like to cook in general. I mean, I'll try to cook other different things. I think that'll be fun. Ah! Okay. Yeah, I think you could freeze it up and send it over with would it be FedEx or which one is that one? I forgot. I don't know, the one that takes food and shipments for food. Which one is that one that you could ship if something is frozen? Is it? There is one, right? No, I know you're joking, but there is, right, a way to ship food if it's frozen. The I know somebody. There is something like you freeze it up and put it in a. Yeah, but that's a great idea. I was thinking about that because that would. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, let me go eat dinner. It's almost 8 p.m. here. I try to finish eating early, and I'll talk to you guys in the next live. It was awesome having conversations with you. I think there's 3 people on here. Then who is the other person? Huh. All right. So I will see you guys later. Bye, sunshine. Okay, bye. It was like almost an hour.